Click on this subscribe button to watch more videos on my YouTube channel. To get latest notifications and updates about my videos, click on this bell icon. Hi friends, in this video I am going to explain about the dimension style manager for go on to the Auto-Cad 2016 software of any of the software and go on to the new file and Auto-Cad, select the Auto-Cad and select the metric and go on to the new file will opens. Then you can develop any of the drawing in this new file. First go on to the dimension style manager. I will explain the command line. Go on to the command line, de-enter. The shortcut of the dimension line style manager is de-enter. Then one of the dialog box appears. In this dialog box so many features are there and so many styles you can manage by using the dimension style manager. I will explain this tutorial with one of the example. First draw the one of the rectangle. See, I am giving the rectangle of some of the dimensions. Draw the rectangle and de-enter and specify the length. I am giving 200 mm and the 100 mm. All dimensions are in mm. And go into the linear. Once give the dimension styles 200. See, I will give the 200 mm and give the 100 distance. Like the 200 and the 100 is completed. Then one of the rectangle is completed. I want to go into the dimension style manager. Go into the modify. Click on the modify. We want to change the symbols and arrows and the text height. I will explain in this tutorial. And select the first delete this line and I want to develop the one of the radius object. Is the radius object and select the first by using the fillet operation. I am giving the radius of 50. Then again check the dimensions 200 and the 100. Then I want to check the radius by using the radius operation and go on to the radius 50. The radius 50. And the model is completed. I will explain by this example. I will explain all of the styles and go on to the modify. And I want to give the text height. Go on to the text and give the text height is 2.5. I am changing it to text height to 10. I am going to giving the 6 text height. I am giving the 6. And arrow size is 3, 5 and text I want to change it to 8. As per requirement you can give the text operations and the 200, 100 and the radius 50. The both are completed. See, it is large as compared to the previous. The dimensions are large. By using the dimension style manager you can change the different types of text styles. I am giving the arrow size to 8 because it is small and click on OK and both are small. See, the arrow size is perfect and the dimension height is also perfect. I will explain the different types of features what are available in the dimension style manager. I will explain in this tutorial. See, I want to change this to on other side and go on to the de-enter. Dimension style manager appears and go on to the modify and select the lines. In the line different types of you want to change the color. You can also change the color. You can change the line weight also. It is possible by using the line weight and click on OK. What you observe on the screen, see the dimensions are not changed but the lines are changed to red. The suppress dimension line 1 you want to check this mark dimension line 1 and go on to click on OK. What you observe, some of the part is there, some of the part is not there because this is the dimension line 1 and the line 2. Go on to the modify and dimension you check the mark, check the 2 marks line 1 and line 2 and you can observe and click on OK. What you observe, the 2 lines are terminated, not there, and go on to the modify and uncheck the 2 marks and select the yellow and select the line weight, for example 0.30, and click on OK. What you observe, the extension lines are yellow in color, the dimensions lines are in red color. You can observe on the screen, the yellow and the red are observed on the screen. This is the method. Then you want to go into the modify and go into the extension line 1 and extension line 2. Both are check the marks, and the dimension line 1 and the lines 2 I will explain in this tutorial. And extension line 1 and the extension line 2 and extension line 1. See, the extension line 1 is deleted, it is not observed on the screen. Extension line 2 and click on OK. You can there is no extension line, only the dimension line you can observe, and you can check the marks dimension line 1 and line 2. All of the extension lines and dimensions lines are not visible, only the dimensions only visible on the screen. You want to back all of the dimensions, go on to the default values and the default colors, and I will explain it. I go on to the color, uncheck all of the marks, and go on to the by layer and the line weight by layer and the yellow by layer and line weight is by layer, and click on OK. See, the previous style will appear on the screen. This is the method to develop the lines weight and the line fan. Go on to the lines tab and the symbols and arrows tab. In symbols and arrows, different types of symbols are available, and the first end and the last end. I'm selecting the one of the example. You want to give the user, you have any drawing blocks in your PC, you can give your own drawing blocks also for 2 dimension styles. And the closed fill, this is a closed fill. As default it is showing the closed one of the arrow is there. I want to close it blank, select the closed blank, and second also close it blank. We are not doing any of the layers are using, you will use any of the layers. The layers also changes. Want to center the marks and the mark and the line like this. Different types of pristine dimension text and above dimension text and the place, none. Different types of check marks are available. Arc length symbol and the preceding the dimension text to OK, and click on close. See, the blocks are changed, the blanks, the closed blank, the closed fill is changed to closed blank. Like this you can change the arrows size and arrows models and arrows figures also you can change by using these commands. The symbols and arrows of the dimension, click on OK. See, on the other end it is showing like this, on the other end one of the end is changed like this. You can change the different types of arrows by using the symbols and arrows tab, you can available. This is the method of the symbols and arrows. And you go on to the text operation, you will give the text height also, and the jog height factor, you can change the factor, the height of the object will changes. And this is the previous method of the drawing. And go into the modify and go into the text and go on to the all of the pages are completed. In this tab the lines and symbols errors are completed. Then I want to explain the text operation, how to change the text height. And go on to the text tab on the top, the text style standard. The text is not perfect and want to change the text style, and go on to the browse button. And this different types of fonts are there. I am giving the Times New Roman, type on T, enter, and the Times New Roman, different types of T, and select the font style bold. You want to size to annotative, or you want to change any of the height and upside and backwards direction. You can observe on the preview on the left side. And I want to change the bold and the font name to Times New Roman, and click on apply and click on close and click on OK and close. See, the dimension is changed to bold and it looks nice as compared to the previous. The dimension style is good. By giving the Times New Roman style, you want to check the text color. I'm giving the red and yellow on the fill color. Green, I want to give the green. and you can observe on the preview also, and draw frame around text, and I'm giving that's it only. I want to give the above vertical or centered. As you wish, you can give these text placements and click on close. See, and the mask is created and the distance is created and the border is also created by using the text operations tab, and go on to the modify. I don't want the color, go on to the fill color and go on to the none option. See, there only the border is created, the dimension style of color is changed by using the text options. Already explained how to give the height. And you want to give the vertical this or above, and the vertical position, horizontal or vertical position. You can change the text height like this. You can observe on the preview option what is available on the right side. You can observe different types of previews are available, and go on to the right to left are different types of view directions. Or however you want to give the horizontal position, you can give the horizontal. I'm selecting to the aligned with dimension line, text alignment. Keep it as like this, aligned with dimension line. Align with dimension line, click on OK, click on close. See, the model is created like this by using the text operations toolbar, and go on to the modify and go on to the by layer. Fill color is none, and the background, change the background to none, fill color nothing but and click on OK, and see the border is there, and go on to the de-enter and go on to the modify, draw frame text around text is uncheck the mark. See, the previous model is available on the screen. Then you want to develop the modify and you want to give the fit. Different types of fit options are available. If there isn't enough to place both the text and arrows inside an extension lines, the first thing to move outside the file extension line is it is giving the one of the node point on the top. You can observe by using these methods you can change the fit options. I will explain you one of the example. Beside the dimension line, you can observe all of the what you unchecking and checking the marks on the preview. It is available. Use the over scale factor also, and the place text manually and draw dimension. Keep it as fit as like this only. Want to change another types of fits, I will explain in my next tutorial. And the both text and arrows, I will explain this. Allows keep text and dimension, I will select like this and click on close. See, and it is showing on the backward side, and either text or arrows in the best position. See, like this you can observe, and go on to the modify and go on to the primary units. At the primary units, the decimal section is there, is a decimal, and scientific is there, engineering unit format is there, and the precision. You want to give the 0 point some zeros, the 5.5 some of the distance will appear on the screen. You want to give the precision to only 0 option. It will show only the exact value, not the decimals are not observing on the screen or any of the drawings. And I'm giving the decimal. See the engineering and select the precision like this. For example, I will show you. Go on to the scientific and click on OK. By going to the scientific option, it is the units are changed to the scientific units or the engineering units and architecture units. And go on to the, as your requirement, you can change any of the precision settings and the unit format by using the dimension style manager. We are using the decimal format, then only I'm using the decimals, and 0.0 or 0 is enough to observe the dimensions. And I will show you, and click on OK and the close. See, by using the inches, it will show the inches by architecture. And fractional, you can observe the fractional. On the right side, you can observe the preview also. You want to change the Windows desktop, you can also change the Windows desktop. And 0.000 precision and 0. And you want to give the decimal factor to period or comma, any of the spaces are required. You can change the decimal separator also. Using the prefix or suffixes also you can give. And the angular dimensions are decimal degrees. For these angular dimensions are visible only for the angular measurements, and the degrees and the minutes, seconds and the degrees, all of the dimensions. Now you can observe the decimal degrees. I will show you by using the angle also. Gradients and the radians, some of the unit formats are available, and the precision also there for the individual unit format. You can also change the precision also. See, and go into the T, enter again. I want to check the angular. For example, this is the 90 degree. I will check the dimension by using going to the angular. See, for example, this is the 90 degree. You want to change it to radians or some of the unit formats, you can change, and go on to the unit format of the angular dimensions, give the radians and precision like that only. See, it is 90 degrees is converted into 2 radians. Like this you can change the unit formats as your requirement. By selecting the individual objects also, you can give the radians by using this dimension style, modify dimension style manager, and click on OK and click on close. See, the previous method is available. Again, this is the best method to develop the any of the dimension styles. By using simply dimension style has lot of features, and the primary units are completed. Go on to the alternate units, the alternate units tab, display alternate units, uncheck the mark and check the mark again. Then you can change the unit formats and the precisions as your requirement. See, the decimal, if you uncheck the display alternate units, you can never find. I will observe the below primary value and the after primary value. See, the 200, it is showing the sum of the units on the other side. You can give like this also. I am giving the second option. It look like this. See, 200 on the top and the bottom below primary value, and go into the tolerances. This is the tolerance tab. You want to give the any of the tolerance settings and the symmetrically and the deviations of any of the dimensions. Observe, you can give like this. See, the dimension style is totally changed by using the tolerances values, and give to none and go to the alternate units and uncheck the display alternate units, and the previous method is available. And go on to the middle. You want to change the vertical position or the horizontal position. Already explained how to change the positions. And go on to the basic and the limits. You can observe the previews, all of the previews on the right side, and go on to the symmetrical. I'm giving the none option, and all are okay, and click on OK. See, the previous all of the dimensions are available. This is the dimension style manager to develop the any of the dimension by using the command line of D enter. The dimension style manager to dialog box will appear on the screen. You can change the dimensions.